If you grew up without a dad, you probably wondered, am I broken forever or is there a way out? I know what it's like growing up without a dad. My dad died when I'm 13, so I'll be able to help you answer that question. This is the internet's big brother, and if you never had one, now you do. This is part 2 of the Fatherless Series, and today I'm going to be asking you a real question. Can you really overcome growing up without a dad? If you're tired of the anger, shame, and confusion, then you know what it's like. I've lived it. I'm still living it. And I want to show you what it's like when you decide to face it head on. You can't heal what you don't acknowledge. And growing up without a father doesn't always look like pain. Sometimes it just feels like confusion. You might overreact to little things because no one ever taught you emotional control. I know I've dealt with that in the past. Maybe if I had something like planned out for a while with some friends that was like going to be really special to me, and then my friends ended up canceling on me, or the plans just didn't work out, I feel like I've definitely thrown a tantrum as an adult man, like getting mad and throwing or just maybe shutting down and like staying in bed and thinking like everyone's against me when really sometimes plans don't just work out. But I've had that happen in the past where I just didn't know how to control my emotions or regulate those feelings. You never feel like you measure up even when you're doing well. And I know this is 100% true for me, because even when I was in my, really high paying sales job and I was doing good and I had a nice car, I was eating the nice food, I had all the nice stuff, I always still felt like I was, a piece of crap, or I was just never good enough. I didn't deserve any of this. You got to reap what you sow. If you work hard, you got to get the reward. Because why else would you want to work hard? So you do deserve it. It's just you got to make sure you're working for the right things and you're earning the right things. I don't know. That makes sense. You don't trust people, or you trust the wrong ones. Yeah. I'm very much on the side of not trusting people. I don't trust people at all, really, for anything. I kind of shut that down, close that door, and just try to stick to myself as much as possible. I really like being alone. I'm very much introverted, and I think it just comes from my past of like not wanting to lose anyone or face the fear of rejection or have people walk out of my life. So I'm like, oh, I'd rather be alone. But it could be the other thing too, where you don't like being alone, so you just let anyone into your life, and that's just something you have to overcome, because on both ends of the spectrum, it's like you do need people in your life, but you have to be able to surround yourself with the right people. You really will become who you surround yourself with. So you want to surround yourself with the best quality people that you can. I'm glad I said this one for last, because you struggle with authority, either rebelling or always submitting. And again, on this one, I lean more towards the rebelling side of things, because I definitely do not like authority figures. It doesn't even necessarily have to be authority figures. It could even be amongst friends. Whenever I feel like someone is trying to do better than me or outdo me, maybe they're not. Maybe they're just telling their story, and I feel incompetent to them, or I feel like I have to prove myself. That's another thing. It's like I really feel like I have to just rebel against whenever someone does better than me or they tell me what to do. And they might be trying to positively affect my life, but sometimes I just can't stand for it. And so that's another thing that I have to, face head on and work on. It's all about evolving and growing and being a better man. Worst of all, you just can't explain why you feel this way. Something's missing. Something big. And when you live without a father, the world rarely shows you what a real man looks like. So you build yourself through trial and error. Mostly error. That's why awareness is the first step to healing. You have to see the wound before you can clean it. This is 5 signs that you're starting to heal. Because how do you know if you're starting to make progress? Well, let me break these down for you. Step number 1, you don't blame your mom, your dad, your childhood, your siblings, your teacher that said you were going to be a failure, the cop that arrested you and gave you a DUI on some BS charges, so the girlfriend that broke your heart, whatever. Once you can take extreme ownership of your life, being like, despite all of that stuff, The reason I'm in the position I'm in right now is because of me, and because I got myself in this position, I'm the only one that can get myself out of this position. And once you like really understand that, man, it's beautiful, because then you realize like, oh, I don't have to put all my self-worth into anyone else. My self-worth comes from the self, from me, so I can really make my life better. Number 2, you start setting boundaries. This one's really hard because you have to do it with parents, friends, family, anyone that's close to you. I feel like once you really have a purpose and you're driven to do something great in life, setting boundaries is going to be really important, because you're going to have to learn how to time block and really be disciplined. And sometimes the people that we know have the best interest out for us can steal that time away from us. And time is, the most important asset that we have. So if we let people suck, time out of, a minute here, a minute there, 5 minutes there, all that adds up, and it's really breaking our concentration while we're trying to focus on something. Step number 3, you stop trying to impress everyone. At this point, you stop caring what people think, and you realize you're going to live your life to your fullest based on how you want to live your life, not how you think, not the way you perceive anyone should think you live your life. Live your life for you. And once you start doing that and you stop caring about what people think, it really starts to show that you've come a long way, because you're not seeking validation anymore. The only validation you seek is from yourself and your own self-worth. Step number 4, you express your emotions without exploding or hiding. This is very important to show that you've healed, because it really allows you to express, your true feelings without exploding or running away from your feelings. And once you can start doing that, you can kind of break the tension without having big blow-ups, big freakouts, big tantrums, because now you let stuff out as it happens. You don't hold it in and wait till you explode anymore. Step number 5 is you build structure. And this is going to be the most important one, because you can't truly heal unless you have discipline. And discipline comes from having structure. That's going to come from daily routines, like going to the gym, reading, meditation, cleaning your room, eating healthy, all that stuff. Whatever, and you don't have to do all of those things that I mentioned, but whatever things that are going to work best for you in your life, is you need to figure out what those core fundamental foundations that you want to build, and it's those daily habits that you want to do. And then no matter what, you can't miss those habits, because those are what's going to keep you grounded on the days when you're not feeling like doing what you need to do. Healing doesn't always feel heroic, but it is waking up on time, showing up when you don't feel like it, and choosing discipline over escape. If you're doing even one of these 5 things, you're healing. There's one trap that swallows a lot of fatherless men. They try to overcompensate. They go full alpha, aggressive, angry, insecure, or they go completely passive. No standard, no direction, no backbone. Both are survival modes, but neither are healing. True masculinity isn't loud. It's not about dominance or silence. It's about stability, responsibility, and discipline. You don't have to prove you're a man. You just have to become one through consistent action. And that starts by building your life on purpose, not pain. How to rebuild from nothing. So let me give you 3 things that I did and still do that changed everything. Number 1, build a code. Not who your parents are telling you to be, not who society's telling you to be, not who your girlfriend's telling you to be, but who you really want to be. You can't be a man unless you have a purpose. And so I believe writing down who you are and trying to find your purpose and what you're put on earth here to do is going to be the number 1 most important thing. Because if you don't have that, nothing else matters. Number 2, train your body. A weak body makes a weak mind. Training your body, working out, and going to the gym, it's not just about making you look better, but it's about making you feel better. Because once you can build that habit, then it proves that you can show up for yourself. And it's also going to improve your energy. It's going to help you feel better. It's going to help you be able to work for longer. And it's going to be able to help you sleep, recover. In every aspect of life, it's going to benefit you. Number 3 is find brotherhood. This path alone is hard. That's why you need a community. You need to find your purpose, something that you enjoy doing, and then find others that are trying to do the same thing, but on their own path, and come together with them. This is going to be very hard, especially if you're introverted. But I can tell you, it's one of the most important things that you could ever do, because if you can find community and find brotherhood, this will help shape your life. And like I was saying earlier, make sure it's quality people. You want to have people that also have goals and hopefully are doing better than you. You can have somewhere to strive to get to. You can't find a community, be one. Start one. And you already have one. You have me. Just know this, you're not alone. You're not broken, and you're not beyond repair. You're fatherless, but you're not wounded. You're hopeless, but you're not weak. You can rebuild from nothing, and you can become the man you were never shown. In part 3, we're going to dive into how to find real masculine role models, even when you never had one. It's possible and powerful. So until then, stay disciplined, stay strong, and subscribe to follow along for the journey.